Greetings. In this lesson, we will find the lateral and total surface area of shapes given problem situations. So let's take an opportunity and look at the following. Maddie wants to wrap the gift below. How much paper is she going to need? So let's first start off by, as always, highlighting your bases. I can tell by this picture that my bases are the true triangles, since these are parallel to each other. So who's keeping the bases of the triangle prisms away from each other would be 5. So the height of the prism is 5. And the base is a right triangle. Okay? So let's go ahead and write the measurements of this base. You have 13 right here. You have a 12 and you have a 5. So if I want the perimeter of that base, I'm going to have to add all of the sides of that right triangle. So when I add all of the sides up, that gives me a perimeter of 30. So let's look at the area of the base formula. The area of the base formula, since I'm dealing with a triangle, is base times height divided by 2, or on your formula, it does say half the base times the height. You'll still get the same answer. So when I take an opportunity to look again at this right triangle, I know that the two sides that form the right angle are my base and my height. So I'm dealing with a 5 by a 12, okay? So if I apply the formula, base times height, and divide that by 2, this is going to give me 60 divided by 2, which would then give me an area of a base of 30, okay? So what am I solving for if I need to wrap the entire gift, right? I am solving for total surface area because I'm not going to just wrap the faces, I'm going to wrap the bases as well. So this is a total surface area problem. And the formula says I have to take the perimeter, multiply that by the height, and I have to add the area of the two bases, okay? So my perimeter measures 30 times the height, and the height of the prism is what we're looking for, not the height of the triangle. So I'm going to bring that over, plus the two bases, the area of the two bases, so 2 times 30. When I use my Desmos calculator and I type all of that into the calculator, that gives me a total surface area of 210 units to the second power. Okay, so we are modeling problem number 1 in this lesson. And tomorrow in class, we will look at problem number 2. I'm going to go ahead and skip to problem number 3. So in this particular problem, you are given a triangular prism once again, and you're actually having to figure out who solved it correctly, who used the correct numbers in the formula. So before you can analyze this, you need to actually find the perimeter and the base, area of the base. Again, this is a triangular prism, so the name of the shape lets me know that my bases here are going to be triangles, right? So I know I have a triangle in the front and a triangle in the back. So who's keeping those two triangles away from each other? Well, that would be, right? That would be the height of 6. So my height of my prism is actually going to be 6. And now I'm going to have to take that shape of my base, and I am going to go ahead and redraw it. Here is my base, and that gives me all the side lengths of 9, 15, and 12. So those are all of the different measurements. So how do I find the perimeter of that? Well, I would simply add 15 plus 12 plus 9. And when you add that up, you get a total of 36 meters. Okay? Now I want the area formula. Well, on the area formula, again, I can use 1/2 base times height, or I can use base times height divided by 2. Both are equivalent. So again, 12 times 9. The base and the height are the two legs that form the right triangle. So 15 is not going to be included here. And I can take half of that, and that would give me an area of a base of 54. Okay, meters squared. So my perimeter here is 36 meters and 54 meters squared. And I'm finding these by using my Desmos calculator. Okay, so now let's look and see, is James correct or incorrect? So if I go and look at my perimeter, you do have 36. That's correct. The height, well, I know my height of my prism is definitely 6. Yep, 6 inches, and I had to multiply those. Plus, this says I need to take 2 and multiply that by 12 and times 9. I know that's my two bases, but I did not just multiply 12 times 9. I actually had to take half of it. So I'm not quite sure if James is correct. Let's go look at Anthony. So again, Anthony's perimeter and his height are correct. They're the exact same as James. So here it's 2 times 1/2 times the base times the height. So this looks more like the area of base formula where I divided that by 2. So I'm going to say yes, Anthony is correct, right? Because his area formula, that area formula is correct. Area formula of a triangle is correct. So what happened here is the base, the area of the triangle, James did not divide by 2, or he did not multiply by 1/2. Both of those would have given you 54 meters squared. So the fact that he did the two bases, but he forgot that he needed to take half of the 12 times 9 like we did here. So therefore, who's correct? Anthony would be correct in this case. Tomorrow in class, you'll have an opportunity to continue solving for different shapes, also analyzing who else is correct in this particular problem. And you'll have an opportunity to compare two rectangular prisms. Please attempt some of these problems on your own. All we've done is put them in a problem situation, and please come prepared to ask any questions where you might be struggling. Have a great day.